my god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well. It's a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Avatar top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting onto 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by Regen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Ladies and gents, welcome back to the stream. Twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I am your host, Murda. Welcome. We have a huge matchup now for Texas A&M. They unfortunately just dropped a set against Cal Poly Pomona Ponies, but they have a chance to redeem themselves up next against the Golden Mishas from the University of California, Berkeley. This is the #1 team they're about to play in the Tespa Collegiate Series, a very dominant squad. They've played so well in not only this year, but in previous years of Tespa and Heroes of the Dorm. All of it. These guys are outstanding, so we're looking to see some high-flying action from the Golden Mishas here. I love their name. I think it's fantastic. Of course, you got the Golden Bears from University of California. What's a bear in Heroes of the Storm? None other than Misha. So the Golden Mishas, it's the perfect name. It honestly is. I love it. I'm excited to get an opportunity to cast them today. Of course, I'm really hyped on our boys from Texas A&M. So thanks for being here at the right time. It is 5:30. I'm waiting to see if we're going to get a lobby invite. Looks like I'm not quite ready. I'm going to message him. Lobby soon. Maybe. University of California went to Game 3 in their set. Maybe. I wouldn't have expected such, but it's a possibility. I don't know. I'm just here waiting, but I'm going to be waiting with you guys in Twitch chat. Thank you so much for everyone here. Running with Turtle still stepping in for the afternoon. Shout out to Slavic once again. Make sure, as I mentioned during the break, check out the Battle for the Nexus tournament. It will be on November 10th, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Some of the action will take place here on twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I'll be hosting some of the matches. You're also going to see some of my fellow casters from NGS. We have Gravesville, we got Ghost Dunk, and we got your favorite. You all love him. You know him. Bahamut. Twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming for that one. Definitely make sure you follow that event. It's going to be a really fun time. 8 teams from around the amateur scene are going to be participating for a little prize pool, and I believe it's winner take all, so winner go home. I think it's a single elimination with a 3rd place match. I wish I knew more. Slavic knows. He's in chat. He'll tell you. But it's going to be here at twitch.tv/MurdaRG, as I mentioned, and I think later on, as the day progresses, I'll be able to bring in some fellow casters to join me for a co-cast. So we're going to be hopping around, doing a bunch of fun stuff, and I think there's even some giveaways being hosted from the Running with Turtles community. So if you want to be a patron of the event and stop in and hang out, it could be something in store for yourself. Still waiting here. Haven't heard back from our captains to see what's going on with this match that we have scheduled for 5:30. It is currently 5:33 p.m. Eastern. So we're just going to play the patient waiting game. Hope they get back to me. But in the meantime, I'm going to take another short break, and we'll be back as soon as I hear something. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys being patient. And I will see you. I'll give you an update in about 3 minutes. Alright, folks, so I did hear back from Hello, and we were waiting on one member from UC Berkeley, but I think we're getting bands in right now. Here's my lobby invite. Bands are going to be on Dragonshire from Texas A&M. And the band for UC Berkeley will be Braxis Holdout. And so our first map is going to be Volskaya Foundry. Okay, oh sweet, the lobby's set out the way I like it. I got Texas A&M on the left, I don't have to change anything. That is fantastic news. And we do see members from UC Berkeley filing here into the lobby as well. Boop. Just letting everyone know where the action is going in the lobby. If they want to send friends over here to watch. Oh, Running with Turtles throwing that information out. Battle for the Nexus. Single elimination tournament. $50 grand prize. $25 runner-up. 8 teams ranging from sponsored teams to division winners in NGS. Will be single elimination. Best of 3. That's the information straight from the horse's mouth. You heard it here first. Again, I'm so excited to be a part of it. Of course, later on, during this NGS offseason, you'll see the Regen Invitational. There's a banner up here for our bit goal. We didn't quite reach the goal, so the rest is going to be just sourced from Regen. We're going to go ahead and throw it and make sure we have the fantastic event able to bring back to you guys the 3rd iteration of the Regen Invitational. It has always been a crowd favorite. Further details will come as we get closer, but it should be taking place either late January or maybe that first week in February. We're going to figure out what the NGS schedule looks like, but we're going to get it out right before NGS Season 6 kicks off, so it's a nice, fun little preseason event for everyone to get their feet wet, warm up a bit, and get ready for the action over in NGS before it really kicks off in February when Season 6 action kicks off there. But tonight, if you're an NGS fan, make sure you stop in twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series for the October 2018 Mead Hall. We have a lot of cool information to bring to you guys, a lot of cool updates. We're going to be taking some feedback from everyone. We want to make sure the community is involved with all the steps we're taking moving forward and making sure that NGS is the league for the players, made by the players. That's our biggest mission goal right now. So I'd love if any of you who have participated in NGS or are thinking about participating in NGS, stop in tonight. Let me get you the exact time for that. I believe it's at 9 o'clock, but let me just double check. Yeah, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific at twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series. Check that out tonight. It should probably last about an hour, but you're going to get all the cool information there. You'll be the first to find out. Straight from the new NGS board that has been established over those closing weeks of the playoffs of Season 5. But ladies and gentlemen, finally, here we go. I present to you Texas A&M, the Maroon 5, up against University of California, Berkeley Golden Mishas in this Tespa Collegiate Series Week 6 matchup. Volskaya Foundry, map number 1. Ban will be in favor of the Golden Mishas, as this was the pick from Texas A&M to bring us here to Volskaya Foundry. And man, I said it, I'll say it again. The Golden Mishas, this is a very tough team to have to play against, and they're going to start it off with a white main ban. They've dominated this season. Let me look at the current standings for them. They are 8-0 with a rating of 1632 heading into today. Texas A&M has a rating of 1504, so a good 130 points behind or so, and probably more after that first set loss that Texas A&M had. They sit at 8-3. We do see a Maiev ban and a Zeratul ban as well. So final ban here on the top half for Texas A&M. They got about 12 seconds remaining until that pick needs to be locked in. Probably want to get rid of some of the heroes they just hate playing against, and they've banned a bit of Yrel, but we haven't seen that in a while. Actually, it's one of their bans they like to pull out here on Volskaya. So Yrel not going to be played, and now it leaves open the Lord of Terror for UC Berkeley. And the Maroon 5, they struggled game 1 earlier on Cursed Hollow up against this Diablo. Is he going to be an issue again? I don't know. We'll see. Tyrande Hanzo, though. They get the Tyrande for Space Bacon. They get the Hanzo for Edgardo GL. And they're trying to get on some of their comforts because that's the best they're going to be able to bring up against this #1 team from UC Berkeley. But this is a pairing of heroes that they're very, very strong on, and I'm expecting to see a lot of control now with this Hanzo. They're going to be able to reduce a lot of health bars very quickly. Blaze in response, taking it away from Mizono, also grabbing that bunker. Will be solid in defense, especially now that you see they get the Mephisto, and if you are Texas A&M, you'd love to have your Blaze against that Mephisto, but you're not going to get that opportunity. Very smart drafting here from UC Berkeley. Next ban coming in, it will be Phoenix, taking away that Purification Salvo combination with the Diablo and his Lightning Breath. Also, it would be pretty devastating to pair up with that Mephisto. Their ultimates, if you guys haven't had the opportunity to synergize them, really work out. The Consume Souls and the Purification Salvo gets the bonus from the slow from that Consume Soul. So even if Mephisto doesn't kill him, Phoenix will. Now we see Junkrat banned out, which I think is a bit of an odd ban, knowing that Texas A&M already have their Hanzo. Would they want to go into that double, really long-range type heroes? I don't know. So now Texas A&M opportunity. 3-4 picks. They want their solo laner. They want their tank. They need some other damage. Something for Hello to play. It's going to be Thrall for Mizono and Jaina, presumably for Hello. Jaina. And that leaves us back over to UC Berkeley. Now they're looking at their 4-5. They need their support. They have their solo, one of their damage. They want to find another damage to flex in here to pair with the Mephisto. 4 seconds on that clock. And it's going to be Rhaegar for support. Raynor for the damage. And I like the Rhaegar pairing with Diablo. Ancestral heal. It gets a big fat heal on the big fat boy Diablo. And you don't get to see too much Rhaegar recently, but every time he makes an appearance, I like it. And why is my Discord absolutely blasting off like it's Team Rocket right now? I'm going to make sure streamer mode is active. Enable. Boom, there we go. Hey, we won't hear it anymore. Sorry about that. A Nubrak final pick for Texas A&M. Sparky's going to play that. Now you guys have seen the drafts. You know the drill around here at twitch.tv/MurdaRG. What do you think is going to happen? Put your vote in chat. If you want to vote for Texas A&M, hashtag TAMU in chat. If you want to vote for the Golden Mishas, hashtag UCB. Oh my God. First, I'm just excited. I'm excited to see the Golden Mishas play. And honestly a bit worried for Texas A&M. I love this draft from the Golden Mishas. The one question mark is the Rhaegar. Will it be enough support? Will it be able to prevent some of this burst damage coming out from the Jaina? Of course, they will have a cleanse, which should help against a lot of these roots. And look at all of them. Every single hero on the side of Texas A&M has some sort of stun or root to lock in heroes from the Golden Mishas. But it's going to take a very high level of execution. That burden will fall on Texas A&M to see if they can pull it off. But here we go, game number 1. Volskaya Foundry, and on the left-hand side, it's the Maroon 5 from Texas A&M. Sparky on the Anubarak. Hello, going to be playing the Jaina Space Bacon for the 3rd time today on Tyrande. Mizono on Thrall, and rounding it out, playing the Hanzo Shamata. It's Edgardo GL. On the right-hand side, we got the competitors, the challengers, the #1 seed in the Tespa Collegiate Series. It's the University of California, Berkeley Golden Mishas. We have Jadis on the Rhaegar. Xerxes playing the Diablo. Watcher is on that Mephisto. Mr. Fahrenheit on Blaze. And that's Tebin. He's on Jimmy. Oops, sorry about that. Level 1 talents up on your screen. All 10 heroes here at the mid lane as Mephisto took the first jab in there. Lost about half his health bar, but it's going to be just fine. On the other side, Texas A&M, they take a little bit of damage, but it's going to be enough, not enough, making it easy enough for Tyrande to heal it right back up. So not too bad. Tebin getting some great damage in on Hanzo, though. So early advantage, really not in favor of either team. But we'll see how this laning phase goes. It's going to be Thrall in the bottom lane up against Blaze. In the top lane, we see these rotations coming out from these teams, and XP dead even thus far. No one's missed a minion. So that's really all you can ask for if you're one of these teams. You want to get the level 4. That, if you guys don't know that, you know that. You just want the level 4 because on this map in particular, it helps you set up item control. You can get on that biotic emitter, the support camp, so powerful in ensuring that you have the advantage during control point alpha. You want to have it in your control, and if you don't, and the other team has it, you're at a severe disadvantage. So keep your eyes on who can hit level 4 first, and who can make their move onto that support camp. Looks like Texas A&M is pinging it. They know their opponents are late on their siege camp, so they're going to make this rotation. And Texas A&M, with a heads-up play, a macro play from them, they're going to get it with their Hanzo. Tebin's here, Diablo's here as well, but it's too little, too late. Texas A&M with the item control. Give up a bit of XP, but the XP gained from the support camp was enough to keep these teams just about even. As we approach level 4, the Watcher, he's going to walk forward with that Shade of Mephisto, throwing out that Nova of his, and pretty good. So here's level 4. We do see them locked in by both teams at just about the same moment. Siege Camp's still on the map. See if they want to get those Assault Troopers out in the top lane. But it looks like Berkeley, they're set up here in the top lane in the bush, waiting for someone from Texas A&M to step forward, and they're looking at Space Bacon. He's very low. He's at about 130 health. He's gonna get back. He does survive. Now it's a new Brag. Sparky, you have the biotic emitter. Not like this, my friend. But hello, able to take away one of the turrets. Now, Space Bacon grabbing it. Okay, that was really close, but they ended up losing 2 heroes, lost the biotic emitter, but in turn grabbed away one of the assault turrets. And here we go, control point alpha in 8 seconds. Both teams going to walk over to their siege camps, but it's going to be a little bit quicker, I'd imagine, for UC Berkeley to get theirs, as Rhaegar and Raynor are here. Now it's going to be Tyrande and Hanzo showing up to help out. They actually get a nice little shot there from Hanzo to send those out in the top lane. Jaina low mana, gonna have to Hearth. Up top, Mephisto, Diablo still soaking. Of course, Diablo looking to fill up that Soul Stone, currently sitting at 71. And this is unyielding power from Mephisto, already at 16, doing a great job on that. See if Watcher can get any more stacks. Yes, another 2 right there. Now sitting at 18 on his Q quest. 50% channel already accomplished for the Golden Mishas, as Xerxes standing strong with that Diablo, making sure no one walks in. There's a healing totem down on the ground. Still holding the biotic emitter is Jadis. And it's just going to be these double turrets from Texas A&M. Potentially 3, as our fortification camp is up in 5 seconds. But they need to get on this point. They can't afford to move off it. So they're going to have to take this fight. They're going to have to use these turrets and get a pick somewhere here on control point A. Thrall coming up. Jet propulsion whiffing. Hello, will survive. Turrets are being dropped. Big damage out on Blaze, and first blood. First kill of the game for Texas A&M, not first blood. They did lose 2 earlier. Sorry for misspeaking. Biotic emitter down. Now the supporting has to come out from Space Bacon. He's trying to do what he can, but hello, taking a chunk of damage from Mephisto, and that's a huge pickup for Watcher, as Xerxes standing strong on this front side as Watcher walks in, gets another kill, still looking for more. Sparky's so low, desperately staying in as Xerxes gets a shadow charge into the wall. Rhaegar chops down on that Anubarak, and it turns into a quad kill for the University of California, Berkeley Golden Mishas. They're pushing in this mid lane with the first Trigot Protector of the game, shutting down the turrets, ripping through the wall, and likely about to make the rotation up to the top lane to do the same exact thing there. Or are they? No, they're going to stay here looking for the root there on Jaina, whiffing. And hello, lucky to survive that one. Because it could have been another kill, and she's really one of their main sources of defense damage. Hanzo, you know, you think he's decent, but he doesn't really get the angles here. It's really tough for him to bounce it off his own turret, as you see him whiffing one there, shooting it back into his own fort. It's kind of tough for Edgardo to get the angle he wants to clear out these True God Protectors when they're fighting in these points behind their wall. So ends up being 2 walls. The Golden Mishas, a level and a quarter lead on their way to level 10. They're going to sit inside this healing totem for a minute and try to find that level 10 so they can work on that support camp that's available right now. See if Texas A&M knows this, wants to make a play. There's the Sonic Arrow revealing, knowing no one's there. But now they're down those level 10 talents. Here they go, Ancestral Hill Bunker. This is Durance of Hate, actually, from Mephisto. Rainer's Raider, and still waiting on Diablo. I actually think APOC with the Durance of Hate might be the play. Texas A&M making a risky play here, though, on this enemy fortification camp, and Mizono's going to have to back out. Almost got it down, but not quite able to. Still without level 10s, they are not willing to give up more blood. So, turret over to the Golden Mishas. Xerxes still holding on to that biotic emitter they just grabbed up top. Still no level 10s for Texas A&M. They're going to try to make a defense of this mid fort. Great stun there by Nubrak to prevent that charge in from Diablo. Minion wave now approaching as Mephisto. He's at 34 stacks on his Q quest, looking to find even more here. And Texas A&M giving him all of them that he wants. Like, it appears to me they're just not aware that he's stacking this up. And once he gets it, it's so much extra burst damage that Watcher can put out. And you see him fearless walking in with that Shade of Mephisto. Big Sunder bottom side from Mizono, splitting the team. Diablo low Ancestral Heal does connect. Biotic Emitter on the ground, helping bring back up these health bars of the Golden Mishas, and they survive. And they're looking at another kill. But, excuse me, I was thinking like I saw the cocoon, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not, like they were swarming it. They weren't breaking them free. I was confused for a second, but no. It was a cocoon from a Nubrak before he fell. And this fort will be handed over to the Golden Mishas, their first fort of the game. Now sitting a level and a half ahead to technically 12 to 10 in favor on top of Texas A&M. And they can start looking for more camp control. I'm surprised they're not invading here, but fortification camp on the side of Texas A&M will be available in just about 30 seconds. This siege camp, the assault troopers, are going to be pushing top lane for Texas A&M. Still a camp on the side of the Golden Mishas available, as Watcher is scouted out by that owl there from Tyrande. They're going to move on to this siege camp and try to get it out before control point B is active. 4 members from the Golden Misha is going to get through that one. Texas A&M working on their siege camp. Spawns in 3 seconds. They're still on even talents for just a few more moments, but they will have these 2 turrets. Should definitely help them. Would have loved to have had that third, but had to give it up. Legardo GL going to grab that. Mizono still soaking down bottom. Mr. Fahrenheit here holding on to a turret. And if they make this jump up top knowing Blaze is there, this could be big. But Thrall's going to stay in this bush. Going to try to solo out this Blaze. Mr. Fahrenheit going to disengage it with the jet propulsion. And now Mizono, he's going to go for this fortification camp? What is he doing? Blaze making the rotation. And Mizono doesn't have vision, so he doesn't know this. See how long Mizono wants to sit there. I would have loved to have seen him actually run up here to the top and take that fight, knowing Blaze was a little bit lower on health, had a step behind on you. But instead, it's going to end up being a 5v5 fight here at best for Texas A&M, and they're down that 13 talent here, so we'll see what happens. Turrets on hand, though, for both teams. No biotic emitters, as it had to be dropped during that last skirmish. Diablo charging in on Nubrak. Backside, it's Mephisto trying to get deep. There's a Dragon's Arrow. There's a Starfall. Ancestral Heal connects again, this time on Watcher, as he re-engages. Had that Durance of Hate out as well. They get the triple kill, and for the second time in this game, Jadis on that Rhaegar, able to keep a hero alive with the Ancestral Heal. Fantastic play. Holy moly, moly, moly. Rhaegar, plays of the game so far, even with Hanzo on the other side, looking good. So Murda RG, the order goes Bravo, middle, Alpha, top, Charlie, bottom. Okay. Well, I don't make up the lettering. Blizzard does. Don't blame me. Alpha's at mid. What do we got? Silence players can't play, by the way. Yeah, well, they can play in here, I think? I don't know. I don't make the rules. Don't ask me the rules. I'm just a caster. As UC Berkeley is pushing hard onto this top keep, ripping through that water elementals, the Triglav Protector, and Mr. Fahrenheit says, hey, they're down at Heroic, let's charge in. Bunker down, Sparky low. Triglav still here, but it's also low on health. Sparky about to fall, will survive. Diablo gets out of that Triglav and is starting to escort his team back. Watcher, of course, finished that level 1 quest on Unyielding Power. So Mephisto is a beast as he continues to pick these Q talents. His Skull Missile is very, very scary at this point in the game, and the Golden Mishas are just a hair away from getting their level 16 talents, just as Texas A&M are getting their level 13 talents. So a huge lead, 10-1 in kills. I'll show you that on your screen right now. Mephisto with 4, Rainer with 4. Nubarak has fallen 4 times in this match himself. Level 16 talents are here. Another Q talent for Mephisto. We do see that devastating charge from Diablo at 13, still looking to stack it up. There, he gets another stack there. So, oh my god, this fight is just so much damage from the side of the Golden Mishas. They get another kill, and Texas A&M has to just back up and give it up. They can't fight right now. Down these 3 levels, down the talent tier, down structures at mid, which reduces their vision on these rotations. They have to play scared, and like, quite frankly, I don't have any way they get back in this game at this point. It's too far. 3 levels means they're never going to get level 16 before control point C spawns in the bottom. I mean, it's essentially the game right here. They're going to get this fort. They're going to move about 17.5 in levels. And they just got to play the waiting game. They just got to wait for this Triglav, and that should be lights out at this point. Blaze still double soaking. They're all trying to do what he can to double soak, but not quite as efficient as Blaze can be. More item control for UC Berkeley. They're going to grab a turret. They have their siege camp available. Texas A&M still a minute 15 away from their fortification camp. They don't have an option to move on that right now. The Owl gets blocked there by Watcher. They don't know if anyone's on this siege camp, but it doesn't matter. They're not going to be able to get over there. So they just got to continue soaking. Still down 3 levels. Level and a half away from their next talent tier. And they're just going to sit members in all 3 lanes. It's their only play. Other than that, not too much action around the map, as it is the waiting game for UC Berkeley. They have no reason to take a fight. Even if they get kills, they wouldn't get too much damage with this big of a lead. Or, excuse me, wouldn't get too much XP with this big of a lead because of the catch-up mechanic. So they're just going to have to play it out, wait for control point C, take a fight there. And here we go. 5 seconds away. Control point Charlie, as Tarantula Sloth wants me to call it, is active bottom lane. It's going to be Mephisto sitting on top of it, as the rest of the Golden Mishas are going to rotate onto this fort and just secure a little bit of bonus here. Really nothing anyone can do, as you do see Texas A&M up top. They're going to try to counter push this lane out. Biotic Emitter is spawning in that support camp right next to them. They have option to pick that up on their way, but just like we saw in the last set, they make a play up top, gives up a mile of space in the bottom lane, and the Golden Mishas take every single inch they get to take out 2 turrets there. They're already at 57% on the channel for control point C, and that means Triglav number 1 should go in their favor. Fortification camp is spawned here, see if anyone wants to take it. Mizono looking at it. They do have their level 16 talents, but not enough time. 84% already channeled. They got to take the fight here on even talents. Here comes Sparky up front. Gets that first stun, but Mr. Fahrenheit, he's so healthy. There's the cocoon. No bunker's going to be available with the turrets. They're able to rip through it. Now Sparky very low. Huge Dragon's Arrow locking in 3, and Texas A&M does get a kill. Looking for 2. They get the second kill. It's a double for Texas A&M. Now trying to turn this around. It's Tebin here getting the damage out on the Rainer, and there you go. He takes out 3 on his way out. Edgardo GL getting jet propulsion into a wall. It's a mega kill for Cal Berkeley. And Triglav Protector in their hands. They have some heroes on the map. Diablo just respawning. He had his Soul Stone completed, so it was a quick little death for him. Xerxes going to join up with Blaze and Rhaegar. And they're going to march right on into this bottom keep. No one from Texas A&M available in defense. And the Golden Mishas will pick up the first keep of the game. The question now is, how far can they go? Triglav posturing as though they want to walk past, but now actually going to start kiting back a bit around this keep. Keep is down. Now making the rotation, I thought to mid, but no. They're making the call at the core. Speaking of core, it's a little Frost Shield jumping in there from Jaina, making sure she didn't take any damage. And now the counter push. Here comes Texas A&M. Xerxes, you don't have souls, my friend. You need to be careful. Nubrak here, but getting rooted by the Triglav. Dragon's Arrow, a bit of missync from Texas A&M as Sparky was backing up. Edgardo GL threw out the heroic. It connected, but no follow-up available. And that means Watcher can now step in, continue this Mephisto damage. Jaina down, didn't have Ice Block that time. Cocoon comes down in desperation. A little bit too late.
Team's core is under attack.
And now this Triglav Protector on the core. Heroes in trouble. Anubarak tried to use the Burrow Charge, but got blocked away by his own core. And that's going to be it for game number 1. The Golden Mishas are going to take it quite handedly. 18-4 in kills over the Maroon 5. And they continue their winning ways here in the Tespa Collegiate Series. Volskaya Foundry goes in their favor. All right, so welcome back to my beautiful face. Here is the match summary, and a lot of kills coming out from Mephisto. Oh my god, look at this damage. 138 siege, 48, almost 49 hero damage. Hanzo played really well on the other side, but just too many deaths overall for Texas A&M to be able to swing the game around in their favor. MVP for me by far was the Rhaegar. Those ancestral heals early in those early fights were the only thing that saved this from going the complete opposite direction. So the Golden Mishas, they pick up game number 1. We're going to take a short break and set up game number 2. Actually, I won't even go to a break. I'll just hang out with you guys. I'll read chat. You guys are talking a bit. Have to... oh, Tarantula Sloth. Yeah, I was remembering something I was told right after the map came out. It's changed, unless that was wrong back then. No, I think they were always ordered that way just to reduce the confusion. A, B, C. A at mid, B at top, C at bottom. That's how it was during the PTR release, at least. Maybe you had access to a build before that, but it's always been that way since it's been launched. Yeah, sometimes I call it Alpha. Alpha, Bravo. What do I call it? Beta? Alpha, Beta? C? I don't know what I call it. C? Charlie? You can call it Charlie. But I do love that map. Volskaya Foundry, one of my favorites since it came out. We do have our lobby here. Oh, I should switch you guys over. You're getting too much of a preview. We do have our lobby. It's going to be Cursed Hollow, another pick from Texas A&M. But so far, they are not having a great afternoon. They've already dropped 3 games in a row. 2 first to Cal Poly, now 2 here to UC Berkeley. Let me write this down in my book really quick. Hold on. Ready? But they got to find a win, and if they can find one here, we would go to a map number 3. But winning 2 in this position for Texas A&M, it's going to be very, very tough for them to pull off. I do want to say shout out to Running with Turtles for that follow during the break. Didn't get to shout that out. And here we go, Cursed Hollow. Ban phase is here. We saw white main banned in game number 1. Would not be surprised if that follows suit here in game number 2 from UC Berkeley. The other hero they banned out, Zeratul, I don't know if they want to get rid of it here. Maybe UC Berkeley a little bit scared of Titans King Zeratul that we saw last week. Wasn't able to be played today as it just got perma-banned by Texas A&M earlier. But 7 seconds left, and it will be the white main, as I was thinking would be the case. Now Texas A&M on the clock. They take out an Abathur. I don't think we've seen them banning this out too often. Cursed Hollow, different story though. Did we get a historical ban on the Abathur on this map? Yeah, we've seen a bit of ban from them doing that. Diablo taken out now. He was played really well in game number 1. And here game number 2. Not going to be an option. Hanzo also wisely taken away by Texas A&M. His strongest map with these two bosses. The Haka now available. First picked by the Golden Mishas. One of my favorite heroes to play. We'll get that advantage in some of these macro plays. Running with Turtles. God, that's a beautiful face. Appreciate it, baby. The Haka picked up. Now the 1-2 picks for Texas A&M will be Deckard, Kane, and Jaina. So we're going to see Space Bacon on something new today. Had played the Tyrande the first 3 matches we had, or I should say maps we had. Gonna pull out the old man. See if he can get any plays started up, either with the Lornado or the Scroll of Sealing combination with that, of course, Stay a While and Listen. Heroic being so good. But we see the Mephisto again. This was a dominant hero in game number 1. And Watcher is going to be back on Mephisto for game number 2 as well. Pairing it up with a Muradin. They get one of the best tanks available. And for their meta, quite possibly the strongest mage available in Mephisto. Final ban for Texas A&M. 2 seconds left. Already got rid of Abathur and Hanzo. Now going to get rid of Tyrande, a hero that they've played extensively. They do not want their opponents to play it. And there's the Zeratul ban again, which has been popping up in all 4 of our matches today. So not going to be able to be played. Will not be able to get on this backline Mephisto. And probably that's the reason they're wanting to grab that Mephisto, is that they want to be able to take away the Zeratul. Zeratul can get on that backside and just rip through Mephisto, so very smart. Leaves open Blaze for Mizono. Rainer's going to be grabbed, and I believe that'll be Edgardo GL on the Rainer. So Blaze Rainer. Now the Golden Mishas, their final 2 selections here for Cursed Hollow. And I didn't switch this draft thing over the whole time. You guys basically just got podcast murder for about 4 minutes there. My apologies. Monka S in chat, by the way. And it's going to be the Rhaegar again. They're going to pair it up with a Greymane. So double dogs. A double dog dare you to counter that pick, Texas A&M. Hashtag dad joke 2018 Murda. Final selection though. Ooh, need a tank. It's gonna be Garrosh. Actually, I like this. It's gonna shut down the Greymane. Greymane's not gonna want to walk anywhere near Sparky. Tebin will see what he can do. Dahaka, if he comes in, always has a tough time against Garrosh as well, because he doesn't have the greatest of escapes. Not until he gets Tunneling Claws later on. So Dahaka potentially in trouble in these team fights. We'll see how he can do up against Blaze, but knowing Blaze being played by Mizono, this should be very good. I love Hello's Rainer. It's been fantastic over the past few weeks. The Garrosh has been strong from Sparky. Space Bacon, any support he gets his hand on. And Edgardo GL, question mark. Game number 1, he was on the Hanzo. This time he's going to be playing the Jaina. Will he be able to pick up the reins and lead his team to victory with some of these plays here. We'll see what the plays are going to be. But for now, let me introduce these teams. And the one on the left-hand side, our home team, Texas A&M, the Maroon 5. Hello is going to be on the Rainer. We got Sparky playing Garrosh Mizono on his Blaze. Space Bacon going to be playing the old man Deckard Cain. And rounding it out, always in the back, as you might have come to recognize as I have, it's Edgardo GL on the Jaina.
10 seconds.
And on the right-hand side, we got the #1 seed from the Tespa Collegiate Series. It's the Golden Mishas. Mr. Fahrenheit on Dahaka. We got Jadis again, once again on Rhaegar. Watcher for the second time on Mephisto. Xerxes switching over to Muradin. And that's Tebin on the Greymane. Level 1 talents on the screen for all of you guys as Sparky pushing forward. See if you can find a toss back on any of these guys. So far, nothing, but Wrecking Ball going to be that ability that can swing the tides. Landed the Groundbreaker onto the Mephisto, but he's inside that shade of Mephisto. Always makes it hard to get where he actually is, because he's just a spooky little ghost boy. And able to always survive. And you saw game #1, the way Mephisto was able to play it. Using the shade, walking forward, getting the Nova. That's the standard play. If you haven't played much Mephisto, work on that combo. Hop in try mode and just do it 100 times until you figure out how the hero works. Because if you cannot play that way, you're not going to play the hero strong at all. 3 members from Texas A&M in this top lane, Garrosh, Jaina, and Deckard, as Jaina is going to rotate over to the Siege Camp. On the other side, it is going to be Greymane and Rhaegar working on a Bruiser Camp. And this is almost identical to what we saw Cal Poly pull out earlier, getting that early Bruiser Camp as Texas A&M was getting their own Siege Camp. Very tough to be able to get in here and deal with this early Bruiser Camp, because you don't have your own. So you're going to have to clear it out, then have time to rotate to the Bruiser Camp before the Tribute spawns. And with the way the Tribute's spawning, it's going to be advantage for this Greymane in the bottom lane. See if he wants to hold on to that for a little bit or grab it early. But that Siege Camp will be able to push during the Tribute spawn and get some extra value in that bottom lane. Still working on these mage minions. Doing a good job of protecting damage up against the wall is Blaze, as Jaina and Deckard Cain will make the rotation down to this Bruiser Camp for Texas A&M. That Siege Camp was killed but not captured. To keep you updated on that, they're going to hold it as long as possible, which is the proper play here coming out from the Golden Mishas. You see Berkeley a little bit behind right now in the XP department as they're clearing the Siege Camp in the top with Mephisto and Rhaegar. Here's Muradin. He's looking for the flank, but it is Garrosh. He has Indomitable at level 4, and he will get safe behind the wall. What's not safe are those Siege Giants. This camp is taking forever with the old man just whacking his staff at it. We're going to be here all day. Greymane rotating back to pick up that Siege Camp he got earlier. And it appears as though Texas A&M willing to give up this first tribute of the game. And here we go. They're actually not going to give it up. Watcher in here. He gets the channel. But they do not find a kill. Garrosh was trying to find a toss. Wasn't there. Wrecking Ball not quite in range to lock anyone in. Sorry, I'm like trying to read chat and watch this at the same time. You guys are talking a lot. But Bruiser Camp mid means Blaze can stay here. He can push it out. Watcher going to show up, get some of his Nova damage onto it, and ideally get rid of that Mage minion, which is sitting in the back right now. Edgardo GL and Sparky here in defense. But Watcher, once again, he's in that Q quest. This time only at 9 stacks. Garrosh in a great spot to toss Watcher if he can get it. He's waiting for a cooldown. There it is. Gets the lockdown. Watcher uses Shade. We'll be back in the same spot. He's still here, but now his team in support, keeping him alive. And Watcher just pops into Nova form and gets out even more damage. Dahaka showing up. Missing the drag is Mr. Fahrenheit. And still, 4 minutes into this game, no kills. Team's about even on XP. Level 7 just reached for UC Berkeley. And Texas A&M reaches that mark as well. Here we go. Tribute number 2. Sparky on the front side. Finds Watcher. Good root there onto Murden as well. Xerxes has the Dwarf Toss out. Here's the Haka. He's trying to get some damage with that Dark Swarm on the backside, but it's all going to be this damage from Mephisto now as he walks in, finds a nice arc of heroes to spread it out, and he gets that cooldown reduction too. So powerful. So he's already back in. He's hopping in. He's hopping out. Watcher putting out this damage. Garrosh low. He's back in again as the Watcher. He blinks forward again for the third time. But it's a kill, and it's the Haka down. Now Watcher in trouble. Jet Propulsion should be available any moment as Texas A&M is starting to use their well taps. They interrupt Rhaegar on the channel. Garrosh has to walk forward to get this interrupt, and it's going to be Jaina getting it, actually. They still need to get some health back. Decker Kane out of mana, and it's going to be Raynor falling. Now looking for the Jaina as well as Xerxes. Murden holding him here and finally going down to Mephisto. A double kill for UC Berkeley in a situation they had no business winning. The well taps just weren't there for Texas A&M, and they give up the tribute, now down 2-0 as Mazono's potentially caught out here at mid. He's trying to escape, taking the long path around, but gets stunned out by the Murden. Great Shade Mephisto by Watcher to body block that path as well. Just a huge understanding of the hero coming out from Watcher. We saw it in game 1. We're seeing it again here in game 2. Really want to highlight Watcher for his play because it has been outstanding. I tried to zoom in on him, but he's just too fast, this boy. Look at him go. So, with the way this map is now set up, Tribute spawning on the side of Texas A&M in a pretty good defensive positioning with them having this little stone defense. But they have to hold the big bush. Edgardo GL in there for now. Sparky keeping everyone away, but it's the Hawk on the bottom side. He was trying to flank in, but his team didn't quite make it here yet. Great drag, though, on Jaina means Edgardo GL first down in the fight. Greymane staying in deep on top of Raynor. Hello doesn't have much of an escape, but had plenty of stutter step damage to make sure Tebin wouldn't chase him down. But this means... Oh, great interrupt by Deckard Cain. Does he have another one? He will not. So Jadis on that Rhaegar gets the curse completed. The Golden Mishas are going to push mid. They have a Bruiser camp here as well. This is going to be tremendous. Now Murden on the flank looking for a stun. Finds the Raynor, but great into the fray from Sparky, keeping Hello alive. The only thing that's not going to survive is his middle fort. Nothing they can do in defense. Down that heroic talent here. And that Bruiser camp here as well with a fat minion wave. Texas A&M, they just have to back up, take the fight at the wall, see if Garrosh can get a wrecking ball, toss anyone over. But it's going to be too late now. The minion wave is here, and it's going to be very tough for him to find anyone in this damage field. So one turret down, the wall's down, pushing forwards Muradin. Hello in trouble, taking a lot of damage, pops his armor, and just keeps kiting back. Xerxes low, but I don't know if the damage is quite here yet. He has Dwarf Toss out. There's the Ancestral, keeping him alive. Sparky gets a little self-heal and some potions from Deckard Cain, but this is once again Mephisto pulling out the fat damage. We see the Durance of Hate for the second time tonight, and that's going to be keep number 1 for the Golden Mishas. Now looking to get this keep wall in the bottom lane down. They got one turret, they get the wall. Second turret going down so quickly as Mephisto did complete that level 1 Unyielding Power quest. Muradin's still working on his Stormbolt quest. Jaina and her Fingers of Frost a little bit behind schedule as the Talontier advantage once again a huge lead for the Golden Mishas. Bosses on the map. Texas A&M gonna probably get their own here. They're gonna scout it, and there we go. Hello gonna get to work with the rest of his team. And then we'll look at the other side. It's 4 members from the Golden Mishas. They want to work on their own boss. And this should be enough to get through that top fort. It's the only fort remaining for Texas A&M. There are 2 keeps available. Mid lane already being destroyed. These bosses at this point in the game, not the strongest, but is enough if left unattended to get through some of these structures, especially without the turrets here in this top lane. You'll see the Watcher, he starts to step forward, clear out this minion wave with Greymane, and they likely just want to siege behind this Golem, as they're not really worried about the tribute, and with it spawning nearby, they have a simple rotation over to grab it if they want. So they're going to get this fort down with their Talontier advantage, Texas A&M soaking what they can. They got a bruiser camp in the meantime. Excuse me. Bottom lane, Dahaka dealing with the blue team's boss, as this keep wall is now under pressure from UC Berkeley. Watcher taking some damage. There's the Hyperion from Raynor. Sparky, he's on this front line. He's taking some of these swipes in, and a lot of damage from the Greymane, but getting the support from Decker Kane. They're going to back up. Siege Camp still available next door. Tribute just spawned, or will be spawning in 5 seconds. But Texas A&M has no business walking up there right now. They need their 13s, and they need to find that fight somehow before the Golden Mishas make it to level 16. But if it holds up as is, the Golden Mishas are going to find themselves a 2-talent tier lead. Could be 16 to 12. We'll find out who can get this next level first. But with Dahaka split soaking and no one from Texas A&M able to do so, it's very tough for them to find XP on the map, especially this top lane right now, which is getting pushed out. And really not a lot of space to move. They're going to leave Garrosh there as he is the tank and maybe has a bit more health and escapability with that Indomitable at level 4 to survive. But really the story is, how do they find their XP? How do they move as a team, avoiding the picks, and continue matching the XP gain that the Golden Mishas are able to put out with this Dahaka, who's still in this bottom lane, still soaking, can remain here as his tribute spawning, and really is, if you're Texas A&M, your only option to kill if you can find Mr. Fahrenheit here at all, but he's not being revealed. They don't know he's in this bottom lane. They just can't make a play and push out too far without knowing exactly where he is. Now, Hello does have eyes on him. See if he wants to keep pushing in. Looks like he's going to go for it. Do they have any way to lock him in? It's going to be Garrosh mounting up, Mr. Fahrenheit using the bush speed to his advantage, and Dahaka is safe next to his fort. But this is a low fort, and Texas A&M, they know they can get it down and potentially make a play here, but is they have enough damage? Yeah, okay, the Blizzard, the Raynor damage enough. Now they have to start thinking about someone trying to backdoor that top keep. And they're just going to back up. They just got their level 13s, but look, level 16 for UC Berkeley as, wow, look at that. The Lornado whiffing. Indomitable popped, preventing the Stormbolt from doing damage. Watcher walking in, drops Endurance of Hate immediately on Decker Kane. Water Elemental thrown out from Edgardo, but there's not enough damage here. They're still down this talent here, and they just have to back up. All those heroics used simply to disengage the fight. And still a mountain of XP to climb. Texas A&M are staring at their opponents having a curse point for the second time in the game. If you add it up with what happened the first time we were here today, Texas A&M is yet to get one tribute against either of their opponents, and they're likely about to give this one up as well. You see Sparky moving up to grab that vision top. They still need 2 levels worth of experience, and they're just not going to get it in the next 5 seconds. So instead, they're going to push top, get whatever they can, and probably Hearth back, trying to prevent their keeps from falling. But at this point, with the way bottom lane's already pushed, that bottom keep is absolutely going to die. And speaking of the boss timer, 56 seconds. That could be the win condition for UC Berkeley. Still are yet to grab this tribute. Finally, Jada's going to grab that. And they're moving right through mid. They don't even want to get... Okay, wait, nope. They're going to rotate the bottom. Look like they wanted to go mid, but instead, they say just get the keep, make the safe play. Still early, knowing their opponents can Hearth. They're going to go for it here. Big minion wave going to help them get the damage in they need, and there it goes. Keep number 2 is down. And now the question is, can they find a way to get onto this core? Dahaka pushing top up against Garrosh, but Garrosh is going to come help support his team from the top side. Sparky here missed that Wrecking Ball opportunity. Just couldn't go for it. Healing Totem down from Jadis. Everyone here now from UC Berkeley. Dahaka trying to see if he can get a drag target. Misses. Mr. Fahrenheit now in a tough spot. Is that Wrecking Ball available? Dahaka's low, but he pops his essence, and now the damage coming out. Great bunker from Mizono. Lornado disengagement. A little bit of defensive overlap right there. Ancestral heal down on Dahaka. He's trying to regain his essence so he can make another engagement in this fight along with the Muradin. but this keep might survive. Texas A&M very close to level 16. The XP's there. There they go. They got it. And this keep should survive. Raynor's in cleanup duty at mid. Also, bottom lane being an issue. See if Hello's going to clear that up as well. No, he's going to join his team because this fight's too juicy. They got to take it. Texas A&M trying to make a play. Big stun on Dahaka. He's first to fall in the fight. And Texas A&M showing signs of life, invading a camp that should have been theirs to begin with. Watcher now. He's stuck in. He's popping that Shady Mephisto, but gets tossed over. Locked in by the root from Deckard Cain. Scroll of Sealing getting the job done, and bosses on the map. Texas A&M need to make their move now. See if they can get this boss stolen away in the top side, then potentially make a play on the bottom side. But hey, if I'm UC Berkeley, I'm seeing this and I'm trying to either get in here or steal away that bottom boss, because that bottom boss is a win condition with the way the map is set up. Blaze back in the fence. They know he's there. There's no way he can get into this fight. Dahaka spawning in 10 seconds. Might be a little bit too late, but Muradin going to try to play bully and keep them off this point. Here he comes. He's jumping in. Sparky's low, but they use the Lornado to disengage it. They might actually get a kill there on Greymane. No, they're not going to be able to. Muradin's slow, but boss picked up. Huge for Texas A&M. 5-3 in the kill department. It is 2 for Raynor, 3 right now for Mephisto. They got to clean up these catapults at mid, the bruiser camp at mid. Boss still available. Really should be the priority. They cannot afford to give that up. I would just leave the Blaze here in defense. Everyone else make your way to the boss, and it looks like that's the play. Tribute spawning nearby. Blaze has a lot of cleanup duty to do, but they will be able to get this boss camp and potentially a tribute right next to him, because everyone from UC Berkeley, they're going to have to clean up this boss that's pushing bottom lane onto a keep. So Texas A&M maybe even with an opportunity to push whiff and get down a keep wall. But we'll see. Still top Dahaka dealing with a siege camp. Boss just grabbed. Tribute spawning in 5 seconds. But Texas A&M willing to give it up, and I think this is ill-advised. You got to be taking fights before your opponents reach level 20. They're just now reaching level 19. You're still down by a full level, and you're not taking this fight knowing that boss is out. Man, that's, in my opinion, a huge missed opportunity for Texas A&M. They might not get another good one like that, especially knowing the heroics were online. Tough call there, but that's what it's going to be. Now they're just going to push with this boss. They're at least going to try to get a keep ball out of it. Here's Hello. He's got that Hyperion. He's going to throw it out momentarily. Lornado's there. Didn't see the Hyperion. I'm surprised. Finally, it comes out. Boss stun on 2. Groundbreaker. Throwing back to Muradin. He's first to fall. Dahaka late to the party. Pops in his burrow. But look at this. Mr. Fahrenheit's in trouble. Gets an armor reduction. Deckard Cain, the healing reduction with his emerald. So good. The combination. But Watcher, even better. The bunker played by Blaze will get a counter kill on Greymane. And this is Texas A&M. They're almost tied in XP right here, and they have 4 heroes on the map potentially able to take a victory. If they can push through this keep right now, they have their support. Space Bacon's here. They're going to use the siege camp to try to push out the rest of this keep. But what a play. And really, Space Bacon with that Lornado and a little bit of help from the boss. Texas A&M looking at getting their first keep of the game. Still, bruisers are mid. They'll get value from that. Watcher, he's the one here in defense, and Texas A&M has to find a way to not give him so much value. You can't stack up so much, as Watcher wants to see that happen. He's looking for the Shade. He's looking for his Nova, and finally the movement onto this keep. But Watcher, so much damage, scaring them back yet again. Xerxes gonna let him get away, it appears, or Willie, because Hello, he's still trailing behind, and there's a dwarf toss, landing in, drag connecting, Lornado disengaging, Blaze popping Pyromania, everyone should survive it. Gardo hopping on his mount will get on in time. Tribute spawning up top, still no one from either team is there. Garrosh cleaning up mid. Catapults, remember, have been pushing this entire time, which negated a lot of that bruiser, but the catapults were able to stack up, and now Texas A&M even on talents. They get the execute from Raynor, which is gonna help do some damage to this big frontline Dahaka Muradin, but they're giving up another tribute, the 8th in the game that has gone over to UC Berkeley. But just what a fun finish to this map we're gonna have. 6-6 on kills, 4 for Raynor. Just really anyone's at this point. Whoever falls, there is an open lane, that bottom lane being matched with catapults for both teams. Of course, Dahaka gonna have a little bit easier of a time winning it now because he's got that global and everyone from Texas A&M not willing to split up. So we're gonna continue seeing them just probably waiting for this tribute, as it is being announced by the Raven Lord. It's gonna be on a defensive spot here for UC Berkeley. Everyone from Texas A&M walking forward. Catapults mounting at mid, but not quite at the core. They find a Muradin. Falling low, popping Avatar. There's the taunt, and Muradin's down early in the fight. Bunker being dropped by Mazono. You expect that to come, and it's doing great, making sure no one's getting away. The Hyperion, so much damage on this backside. Rhaegar not able to heal himself with his ancestral heal, so gonna have to slowly get it back. Watcher's the one in defense. He's been doing such a great job, and here he comes in with that Nova. The armor reduction, but gets a little extra armor there. Whew. Okay, so first tribute all day picked up by Texas A&M, and look at this boss. They're pinging it. They know it's available on the map, but mid in so much trouble. Someone's gonna have to go back right now, and it's gonna be Blaze. He's back, but that means this is a 4v4 opportunity. No tank, it's just the Dahaka for UC Berkeley. Do they want to take this fight? No. Blaze is at mid. Dahaka is at bottom. We'll see if the brush stock comes in. A lot of damage coming out from Watcher, but he's getting locked in. Blizzard on top gets a cleanse from Rhaegar. Boss still being worked on. He's very low. A lot of potions. Endless flask from Decker Kane. They're inside the pit there. Garrosh wants to get him. He's walking on top, getting his self-heal. Great throw. Great root. That's a huge triple kill there for Texas A&M. Mr. Fahrenheit could be 4. Texas A&M with the plays. A great wrecking ball, throwing it into the scroll of ceiling from Decker Kane. And Texas A&M can just sidewall, walk on the core here if they want. What are they going to do? They need to sidewall. Sidewall, sidewall, make it to the core. This is your chance. You got 40 seconds, guys. They want to get this boss in too, and they're just going to play it slow. But look at the core on the other side. Catapults mounting. I'll show you what's going on. It's 1 on the mid, 1 on the bottom. And this should be too little too late, as the boss is through. Siege Giants are through. Only Murd in defense. Hyperion thrown out by Raynor. GG. The Maroon 5 with an enormous comeback here on Cursed Hollow. They tie up the series 1 apiece, and we're heading to a game number 3. Holy moly. What a turn of events. Sparky with the God tier wrecking ball at the end of that game, throwing it into that scroll of ceiling that was already being triangulated. Fantastic job there. Huge kills. But now they really got to start thinking about banning out this Mephisto, because Watcher has been a beast all day. I do not see Texas A&M allowing him through for the 3rd time. Ladies and gents, quickly, here's the talents. We're going to take a short break as my caster lungs are losing their ways. We'll be back for the conclusion of this set between Texas A&M and UC Berkeley in just about 2 minutes. Ladies and gents, we are back for the conclusion of this best of 3 set between Texas A&M and UC Berkeley. Map number 3 is going to be Infernal Shrines, selected once again by Texas A&M. They've picked all 5 maps this afternoon. And this is it. Let me throw my ready in chat. Holy God, the ending to that was insane. But here we go, game number 3, and I'll be sure to show you the draft this time. It's Infernal Shrines, and here we go. This is really exciting stuff we got going on. Does Texas A&M let through that Mephisto? Because it's been so good in the first 2 maps of this set. The Golden Mishas potentially about to take their first loss of the season, as Texas A&M looked so good there at the end of Cursed Hollow. Can they ride that momentum here to a map 3 win on Infernal Shrines? Time will tell. But we got a long time to wait for this first ban. 30 seconds on the clock, and they're going to do it quick for us. It's Whitemane being taken away by UC Berkeley. Maiev. Fantastic ban here for Infernal Shrines. But they're still leaving up that Mephisto. Are they scared of it? I'm scared of it for them. I don't want to see them let it through unless they have a way that they have planned out to counter it. And that's what Texas A&M has to focus on. Dahaka banned out here by the Golden Mishas. I need all the water in the world. My buddy, the hydration bot, keeps popping in here. And it's delicious. It's cold. It's wet. 3 seconds for Texas A&M. It's going to be Diablo. So Mephisto makes it through the ban phase. And there's going to be 3 options to select here in the first half for UC Berkeley. They go ahead and get their Blaze, as Mizono did a fantastic job, especially the end of Cursed Hollow, to swing some of those fights around with the rest of his team. So Blaze, the first pick for UC Berkeley, and now Texas A&M on the clock. The Maroon 5 got to get something here to counter the Mephisto. They cannot forget about the hero. They're just going to go ahead and take it themselves. If you can't beat it, join it. Although they did beat it, but they just don't want to deal with it again. They didn't want to use a ban on it, so they're going to play their own Mephisto here, and you'll love to see it. Deckard Cain as well. MVP performance from Space Bacon. On Deckard Cain, he'll be selected again. Anubarak, Kael'thas, so gonna get another mage, another annoying mage to have to deal with, especially here on Infernal Shrines. Kael'thas so strong, can drop that Phoenix, helps with all the wave clear inside the pit. Anubarak, his cocoon's gonna be able to shut down anything he wants. Tyrande banned out. The final ban for Texas A&M. And now we're looking at our final ban for UC Berkeley. 10 seconds remaining for this. They already have their off lane and tank. They have their mage slot filled up. Want to take away a tank perhaps here? No, it's going to be Hanzo, as next to pick could have been Edgardo GL playing a hero like Hanzo, which is devastating. So taking the Shimada off the board. There's still Genji available. I would love to see that for Hello, and would not be surprised if Genji's picked up here. It's going to be Yarel. Do they see the Genji? Do they want the Genji? Johanna. So Genji going to drop in this draft once again. Has not been focused by either team in any of these matches so far tonight. No bans on Genji, Shimada, or picks in any of these games, but he's still available. Not his strongest map. Struggles inside for the Shrine Clear, but can really help with the kills, especially for Mephisto, who can get them very low, and having that finishing power from something like a Genji could be what they want. Raynor once again picked up. That's his 3rd appearance of the day. in this set. And Rhaegar for the third time will be played again by the Golden Mishas. Final selection on the clock for Texas A&M. The Genji's still available. Do they see it? Do they want to go for it? You know what? Maybe the damage isn't enough, but if they can get that same sort of damage that Watcher got from Mephisto, I don't see why not. Instead, it's going to be the Phoenix, and I talked about this synergy earlier, Mephisto and Phoenix, the Consume Souls. You also got the Purification Salvo, but look at the other side, Mr. Fahrenheit playing the Blaze. And in this set so far, Blaze is 2-0. Will the bunker be enough to prevent that damage? The Purification Salvo, the Consumed Souls. It's a lot of damage that can just instantly be protected by a bunker. We'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, I got to ask you for the final time of the afternoon, who do you guys have winning this set? If your vote's for Texas A&M, hashtag TAMU in chat. If your vote is for the Golden Mishas from UC Berkeley, hashtag UCB in chat. What a set we have going on right now. Our final map of the day, Infernal Shrines. These teams are tied up 1 apiece. Win and you get the points in the standings. Lose and you drop in even further. But could be the first loss of the season for the Golden Mishas, and it's going to be the Maroon 5 looking to bring it to them as we head into game number 3, Infernal Shrines. And on the left-hand side, it's Texas A&M. Sparky going to be playing on that Johanna, Mizono on Yrel, Space Bacon playing Decker Kane for the second game in a row, Edgardo GL on Phoenix, and it's the captain, hello, on the Mephisto. On the right-hand side, from UC Berkeley, it's the Golden Mishas. Watcher going to play Rainer. Mr. Fahrenheit on Blaze. Xerxes, he's on the Anubarak. We got Tebin playing the Kael'thas. And Jadis for the third time in this set on the Rhaegar. Level 1 talents on your screen as these teams are meeting at mid. Edgardo GL only 16 seconds into the game, falling already. Quick kill. The warp not available to let him survive. And a great interrupt there, making sure he couldn't use it. UC Berkeley finds first blood early, saying we're not letting that momentum carry on into game number 3. They take a quick lead here in the rotations and the kills, and most importantly, the XP. Up top, it's going to be Blaze versus Yrel. We'll see how Mizono and Mr. Fahrenheit can exchange here, but this should be in favor of Yrel long term. We'll see if Blaze can just hold his own and just really tap gloves and knick-knack at each other for a little bit. The talent build for Mephisto, it's also going to be that unyielding power if you guys are keeping an eye on these Mephisto builds that are coming out at a competitive level. Still rotations favoring UC Berkeley. They're going to find a Nubarak out, but we'll be able to just tiptoe away on the Lovebug Beetle. Camps available. Texas A&M taking the first look at it. Space Bacon and Edgardo GL. Sparky going to sit here and help hold the positioning. Hello nearby as well. They got to find the XP soak at mid and see if anyone wants to invade this camp. But no, it's not. It's just going to be a camp play on both sides. Rhaegar working on one for UC Berkeley. Edgardo GL and Space Bacon taking their sweet old time getting through that there for Texas A&M, but both camps will be grabbed, will be secured. Now bottom camp available. We'll see if Texas A&M wants to move there, and they will. They have a little bit of a jump, but here comes a Nubarak potentially looking at it. Jadis coming as well on that Rhaegar. They're going to scout this out for their team not nearby. Will be tough for them to make this play. Mephisto going to try to finish this off. And Nubarak walking on the point. Rainer showing up. It's Sparky holding the point. Scroll at ceiling, hitting onto 2. A Nubarak low has the burrow charge out. Xerxes still sitting at 200, and the cap is taken by Texas A&M. Great potions there from Decker Kane. And with that siege camp here in the bot lane, they're going to try to siege up with it for a moment. Actually, no, they're going to rotate mid because they got to get that XP, which is about to leave. As towers are going to shoot it down. They don't want to miss their opportunity there. Shrine spawning top. Yrel up here against Blaze for now. Blaze a little bit lower on mana, but health is not an issue for any of these heroes. Or either of these heroes, I should say. Bruiser Campion. Oh, man. T-Tor in bottom lane. As Hello getting caught out on his Mephisto. will be the second kill of the game for UC Berkeley. Bruiser Camp still being worked on. Potential invade coming from the Golden Mishas, but no, they're not going to take it. Space Bacon and the Garda GL going to be able to grab that. And here we go. First shrine of the game, it's up top. Mephisto almost here. They're going to have to wait for him. Sparky up front. You're going to get that quick poke damage onto Xerxes in the front line. Blaze, Jet Propulsion, only hitting onto Phoenix. Here comes that Mephisto damage. Hello trying to get in what he can. And Garda GL falling pretty low. Lost his shielding already as Phoenix. Sparky as well. He's just all by himself up there. Can't get the rest of his team forward. It's just Deckard Cain walking in. And it's really tough for Mephisto to really walk in without exposing himself. He has to use that Shade of Mephisto. And the cooldown reduction resets to get any sort of damage out. So here we go. A lot of stacking here. Looking for it. There it is. But not getting enough value. I don't think the Nova was hitting multiple heroes and just didn't rip through the health bars the way he was hoping it would. Shields recharging on Phoenix. He should be a little bit sturdier for a re-engagement attempt here from UC Berkeley. As they're pinging their way in. Mizzona going to slap him back with his mace. And Texas A&M, I don't know if they have well taps, but they might want to use them here as Hello taking some damage. Gonna be able to walk away, get some potions from Deckard Cain, and now look at this. UC Berkeley once again without health, gonna drop back to use their taps finally, and they're gonna re-engage this for a third time. 18 to 18 is a skull count, and a Nubrak charging in, finds the Phoenix, follow-up stun as well, locking in Tebin, he's low, Sparky trying to finish him off but can't. Hello gets the job done though, shading in, finding the damage. First kill for Texas A&M, and this could be the first Punisher of the game going in their favor. They have a lead in the pit, they have a lead on the field, 5v4 advantage, and this indeed will be a Punisher for Texas A&M. A fantastic job of taking those fights, and I gotta say, Mephisto getting the job done. Hello doing a good job. Of course, he fell earlier, got solo kill down that bottom lane, or really was multiple members from UC Berkeley did the work on it, but he was all by himself. Caught out a bit. Xerxes going to avoid the Frozen Punisher roots there as Texas A&M working on the wall. They're going to get one of the turrets, probably two of the turrets, and have to back up here. And that is the play. They do start backing up, but Mephisto still getting some spread damage out, getting that cooldown reduction. Can hop in here if he wants. Watcher on the Rainer playing a bit aggressive like he loved to do on Mephisto. But that's all that's going to happen. Wall down top from the Punisher. Not a huge amount of value. And we see ourselves tied up on XP. Siege camps available on the middle portion of our map here as Xerxes is trying to land one of those stuns from Manubrak. Not quite connecting. Whoops, sorry. I meant to show you this button. Did pick up Bed of Barbs at level 4. So Impale will have that little bit of extra oomph to it. And can actually do a bit in helping out later if he gets the mandibles, but it looks like he went into Subterranean Shield. But look at this, the huge scroll of ceiling again, and that's another burrow charge having to be used by a Nubrak to get out of a fight. If you see a Nubrak able to use it forward, it's usually a good thing, but having to use it backwards means your team is dying. And a lot of it coming out from Mephisto has just been relentless in this entire match. So still both teams about even on XP, but this team fight is starting to look more and more like it's actually advantageous for Texas A&M. They're going to get a siege camp. Still no one looking at the one on the other side. Both teams approaching level 10. Should be almost simultaneous. But Urel's got to soak up top against Blaze, and Blaze has a few more minions here. There it is, level 10 for Texas A&M. They're going to try to invade this. They know Blaze is up top. Urel got an early jump with that Divine Steed. Here's the Lord Nado, pulling people back, consume souls, and that Purification Salvo. Great damage. Mephisto now coming in. They get a double kill. Could have been 3 if a Nubrak went down, but they didn't get it. The Cocoon was great there to keep him alive. Kael'thas staying in. Why you staying in, Tebin? You're down as well. It ends up being 3 for Texas A&M. They find themselves now with an XP lead, a 4-2 advantage on kills, and this is exactly the game plan that Texas A&M was trying to draw up with the Consumed Souls and the Purification Salvo. They find Blaze away from the fight and know it's their opportunity to strike, and that's exactly what they're able to do. They get another wall down, and with this shrine activating in the middle lane, it means that they'll be able to have a Punisher push without a wall, so it could be a free fort pickup if they can get the Punisher. For now, though, it's going to be a bruiser play from both of these teams, and going to wait it out. No one's going to be on the point unless Mephisto and Yrel get in here, but they're going to have to deal with UC Berkeley that are walking in as we speak. 27 stacks on Unyielding Power for Hello and his Mephisto. Both bruiser camps are gathered, and here we go. Shrine number 2. Up front is Sparky, Mr. Fahrenheit here on the other side. Cocoon being played onto the Mephisto early, but he's able to be broken out before anything can happen. There's a Lornado. There's a Purification Salvo. They didn't get the Consumed Souls out as Mephisto falls first in the fight. Scroll of Sealing going to lock in Rhaegar. Good bunker there as well from Blaze, and it's going to be a double kill with Yrel falling. Could be through with the Garda GL. No, he gets away before the Impale comes out. But the double kill means Punisher for UC Berkeley will go uncontested at this point. Blaze going to run up top. Still has Bruiser Camp there. So this is going to be another thing that has to be dealt with, as those turrets are not going to start shooting that Shaman for quite some time. So Mephisto going to respond up top. There's Ironskin baiting over the Punisher from Johanna, but the wall's down, and here comes UC Berkeley trying to get all the damage they can with his Mortar Punisher. Scroll of Sealing not going to hit anything, but it does zone out UC Berkeley from pushing forward. Punisher going to leap, though. Follow-up route from Kael'thas, trying to get the damage out on Johanna, but Lornado and all that tankiness that Johanna can bring to herself, keeping her alive. Punisher is going to fall. Fort did die, and that is all that's going to happen. Let's peek on up top as Yrel trying to finish off that Shaman that is still pushing. Really tough work for her with Blaze in her face, and finally gets it down. Fort will survive, but UC Berkeley on level 13 talents. Those are on your screen. It's the Earth Shield from Rhaegar to give a little extra support, as some of these heroes are dealing with a lot of burst coming out from the Purification Salvo, from the Consumed Souls, and that shield should help keep a few players alive. But Jadis taking some damage up front on Rhaegar will be able to walk back. The Khazra camp is here. These Impalers trying to rip through what they can, but it's Mephisto who likes getting his damage onto heroes, but a little bit harder when he's only hitting onto minions and mercs. Wall under some pressure. One of the turrets already down. Phoenix is busy clearing mid as they get their level 13 talents. They're going to be able to walk in, take a fight when they want now, but do they want to take it on this siege camp? I don't think they do. Yrel's still postured up top. Sparky gonna scout it. Indeed sees they're there and says, nah, not mine. I'm gonna go ahead and walk away. Give that to you guys. Yrel still up top, soaking as long as she can. Having to deal with this double soak pressure of Blaze, who, if you don't know Blaze, can do a ridiculous amount of damage. Actually didn't go the build for the extra wave clear, which I'm a bit surprised. I think it's a really strong build here on Infernal Shrines, instead going for that Neural Stim pack at level 1. But nonetheless, macro control has been about even for these teams, slightly in the favor of Texas A&M earlier, but then started favoring UC Berkeley later on, as they were able to steal away the siege camp here from Texas A&M. And it's just going to be a waiting game again. These teams, you saw it in game number 2, the patience that came out on Cursed Hollow. Again, here you're seeing it, just waiting for the proper moment and not trying to take anything away from the team. Like right now, Texas A&M, knowing Yrel's top, really can't do anything trying to take a fight down here at the bottom. They don't know where Blaze is. Blaze doing such a good job double soaking, and Yrel just sitting up top, and it's making this from A&M have to rotate to mid to pick those up. Both teams have a bruiser camp available. Edgardo GL going to work on it with Space Bacon. Other side, we see Kael'Thas, Rhaegar, Raynor, Anub'arak. The whole team can be working on the bruiser camp here. So early start could be grabbed by Texas A&M, but they're not going to make their way down there. Mephisto hanging out at mid. Bottom lane not hitting for either side, so a little XP miss there, but look at the XP, about dead even. First move into the pit is going to be UC Berkeley. Xerxes leading off with that Impale. Sparky going to walk past, has that Blessed Shield. They're looking for their combo, but Space Bacon needs to be in range for that Lornado to prevent anyone getting inside of a bunker. They need to split the Blaze off from the team if they want this to work, and they need to get some early damage from Hello to loosen up for this Consume Souls. There's going to be the Scroll of Sealing. Jumping in now is Yrel. Hyperion to counter it out. Here comes that Jet Propulsion with the, Consume Souls and the Purification Salvo. Jet Propulsion whiff there from Mr. Fahrenheit. Bunker was down as well, though. Sparky, he's low. Warping to protect his Edgardo GL. And with the kill, and potentially able to reset. No, it's Yrel falling and didn't get back to the well. They don't have one at mid. Would have had to walk all the way to bottom. And that means Punisher, the second one of the game for UC Berkeley, will be picked up. Arcane Punisher pushing bottom lane. Wall already down. Second turret still standing, but about to fall to that laser. There it goes. Cersei up front going to try to lead the way with some beetles and some stuns. There's one onto Johanna after the Iron Skin, and a big root from Kael'Thas as well. Sparky taking a lot of damage. Now the Punisher jumping on top. Sparky getting low. There's the cocoon on Mephisto, but they're going to break him loose, and he will survive. Warping out, but getting stunned by the Jet Propulsion was Phoenix. Mr. Fahrenheit coming in on that flank was enormous, but not quite enough. The Punisher's not going to leap before the wall, but there it goes, leaping on Johanna. Had to pop Iron Skin after, not before. Took a ton of damage, but finally the Punisher will be down. One of the turrets is down. The wall almost down as well. 5 members from each team is here in this bottom lane. Top lane pushing with the bruiser camp for UC Berkeley. They have to make a stand here. Texas A&M, they cannot allow anything to happen here. Do not let them disengage. You have the Blessed Shield. Lornado's now offline. You're ready to go. If you want to take this fight, you're just missing Consume Souls, but potentially able to take a fight if they want to go for it. Hyperion online for Raynor if they want to stick in and try to go for this keep. They just take the turret and walk away. Siege camp on the map will be picked up by UC Berkeley. No one nearby for Texas A&M. Sparky at mid, trying to get a little bit of XP as they're falling behind now. 17 to 18. Level and we'll call it a 5th. Ahead is UC Berkeley. Working on another siege camp. This one on their side of the map. If they want to get the full triangle, it is available down here on the bottom, and that's exactly what it looks like they're going to do, rotating down with Kael'Thas and Rhaegar. Anub'arak going to help in as well to hold vision and throw out some beetles. But Texas A&M, they're starting to slow down, perhaps losing their confidence a bit. They could make a play on this Blaze, but yeah, here they go. They are going to look for Mr. Fahrenheit. They got to block the Jet Propulsion. Great zoning there. Good lock-in. There's the bunker. But Mr. Fahrenheit's going to walk out the backside, and the Hyperion on top means not a lot of damage. Consume Souls, Purification Salvo combination coming out. Jadis Low falls. Didn't get the Ancestral off in time. A double kill for Texas A&M, and this is exactly what we're talking about with the Mephisto and the Phoenix doing so much work. There's a big Q, and Edgardo GL taking poison, needs a potion, does get it, does survive. And that's all that's going to happen. A double kill for Texas A&M. Now they can clear up the lanes. Bottom lane, siege camp. Mid lane, siege camp. Top lane, big minion wave. And that should give them an XP lead when all is said and done. They're even going to be able to invade a bruiser camp, but they don't have Yrel. They don't have Phoenix. And this could spell trouble if this invade comes in from Cersei's. Teb nearby as well. Here's Watcher. It's going to be Sparky on Johanna. Tough spot. There's the cocoon coming out of Mephisto. Phoenix coming in late. Big root there from Deckard Cain. Watcher in trouble. Lornado pulling him back. Watcher could go down here. No, he won't. He barely escaped. Cersei also trying to get out. Burrow charge not available, and false Phoenix dropped as a panic button from Tebin. And that's a huge kill there for Texas A&M. They're going to be able to get this bruiser. But I want to show you bottom. Oh, wow. Big damage coming out from Kael'thas. Jet propulsion missing from Mr. Fahrenheit once again. Scroll is sealing, locking in a bunch. Space Bacon low, bunkered down. Point still not able to be captured because the Shaman is still alive and Sparky falls. Great job by Mr. Fahrenheit holding down the front line of that fight without a Nubarak, keeping his team in it. The healing totem from Rhaegar was fantastic as well, helping sustain, just like the biotic emitter does over on Volskaya Foundry. Bottom side Impaler still shooting through this keep. No one there in response. I don't know what they're thinking, because those eventually could take it down, especially with another minion wave walking up. See if these minions are enough to kill it. But up top, fight breaking out, and this is where the fight's got to happen before level 20. Texas A&M looking for anything they can get. They have the heroics online. Bunker is still not here, but do they know that? Scroll is sealing backside. They're working on Blaze, armor reduction, damage coming out. Mizono, he's getting them pretty low, but Ancestral Heal. There's the Purification Salvo, Consume Souls combo, but a little late on the Consume Souls means that no bonus percent damage coming out from the Phoenix ult. It's going to be a 1 for... No! Mizono surviving. Actually, it is a 1 for 1. There goes Blaze. Hello could be next. He's barely alive for now. Poison damage on top. He dies. A 2 for 1. Bottom side Impaler still alive. Minions approaching. It's finally getting pinged by Texas A&M. And they're going to have to give up the third Punisher in a row. Still no forts down for them. But they're keeping the XP close. And, you know, in my opinion, if they can get some of these structures, that's just XP waiting on the map for them to get. That's static XP. That if they can get these forts, will swing this game open in their favor. But right now, it's level 20s for UC Berkeley. Still level 19 for Texas A&M. They got a Punisher coming, and it looks like it's going to be a Bruiser as well, as UC Berkeley's going to grab that with ease. Punisher showing up, no keep wall. It's going to leap in. Sparky going to try to bait it towards mid. So far, so good. Will it lock in? No, it won't. It's going to turn back around and set its sights on the well. Sparky did what he could, but it wasn't quite enough. Respawning in 1 second's Mephisto. A Nubarak on the other side of the map. Probably won't be able to get here in time, but here comes the fight from Texas A&M. They got to do something, and with this Punisher in their face, it's going to be tough. Double Nova here from Mephisto. See if he can play that in the right spot, but UC Berkeley gonna back it up. They get the keep, the first keep of the game, and that's all they're gonna take. They're not gonna get greedy. They do not want to throw this one away. Punisher will be destroyed. No shielding depleted off that core. I mean, technically some shielding, but not enough to get any health off of it at least. And now we're set up for one hell of an ending. Level 20 to level 20. Talents on your screen so you guys know what's up. Storm Shield from Rhaegar. That's the double Nova Mimic from Mephisto. Camp available, the neutral camp on the bottom. We'll see if Texas A&M wants to make their play, or if UC Berkeley wants to counter in right on top. And Texas A&M will be able to control it. These are Endless Bottomless Flask from Deckard Cain, and on Infernal Shrines, especially inside the shrine, Space Bacon and his Deckard Cain will do a tremendous amount of work, able to help have some long-term sustain for his team in these fights. They just got to find a way to deal with that Ancestral Heal, which has been the catalyst in the counter-killing for UC Berkeley throughout the entire set. They got to shut that down, and if they're able to, with a properly placed Tornado to split the team away from a bunker, I think Phoenix and Mephisto have enough in them to get the job done. But it's going to take a lot of execution from Texas A&M to make it happen. Bottom lane, UC Berkeley pushing out a wave. We'll see how far A&M wants to go, if they want to risk their lives out in a lane, or if they just want to play it patient, wait for the shrine, and take the fight there. Hearthen back is Deckard and Johanna, and it looks like that is the play. They're just going to keep soaking up this XP. Johanna at mid. Bottom lane we see Mephisto, Phoenix. Nearby Deckard Cain behind as well. Just mount soaking for now. Bruiser's being picked up top by UC Berkeley. There it goes. Surprised they didn't want to hold that just a little bit longer, but They want to keep the pressure mounting in these lanes. Top lane catapults as well, so A&M are going to have to play defense up there. And this could give opportunity. Oh, look at this. Texas A&M knowing that this might be the play, that they might want to go for that bottom keep. They're going to take a fight right here in their face. They see a Nubrak. Is the Blessed Shield going to start it off? Sparky could dismount. Doesn't.
Another shrine will be ready soon.
So Shrine activating soon. Texas A&M will make their march up to the top, clear out the bruiser camp, clear out these 2 catapults that are already here, and then make their way onto the shrine. But they're gonna be late, and that means everything when you're up against this Kael'thas, who's doing so much damage with his Phoenix, his bomb spread, his flame strike. Kael'thas is ready to rip and roll, and here we go. Possibly the last Punisher of the game if it gets handed over to UC Berkeley. Here come Texas A&M, already behind 7-8 skeletal defenders. They're making their move in. Hello, he's got to be the playmaker here. He's got to get that early damage to set up a big fat Consume Souls. He didn't go for the double trouble. He went for the Mimic, so won't be able to get that second cast. And here it goes. Mimic play coming out, getting a lot of damage on Cersei's, but there's the Ancestral Heal, keeping him alive. Consume Souls was not used, waiting for the bunker to expire, but it's going to be a lot of extra armor if these members hop in and out. See if they do that. No, they don't. Still looking for the damage. Could be. Hello, he's going to try to hop in one last time. Make his play with that Consume Souls, knowing Heroics are down on the other side. But the Cocoon, it's still available from a Nubrak. Been holding on to it. Here it comes. This is the play. Storm Shield out. Consume Souls out. It's going to get a kill. A double kill for Texas A&M. They're holding the point down even after that Cocoon hit Mephisto. It was too late. 35 skeletal defenders were grabbed, and they got to zone out this Kael'thas. Will they be able to? He gets another one. Tebin, he's standing there. They got to kill Tebin. They cannot let Tebin walk in here and do anything, but Tebin's going to get the job done. He picks it up with his Kael'thas Flame Strike, grabs the Punisher away for his team. Not enough zoning from Mizono and Sparky there to keep the Kael'thas back, and that is huge that he was able to pull that off and get that last Flame Strike in. Still no forts down. Texas A&M not able to push forward, and they're dealing with another Punisher. Here comes Kael'thas and Raynor with Phoenix and Hyperion, likely enough to secure this second keep of the game. There's Hyperion. See if Tebin wants to throw out the Phoenix. Just waiting to see the button drop, and not even going to use it. Going to hold on to it as Tebin says, we don't need this stinking keep. Punisher about to be finished off. Laser doing a lot of damage to Sparky, but this Endless Flask from Deckard Cain is sustaining him up. And finally, the Punisher is down. The keep took a lot of damage, about 75% of its damage. Bruiser Camp available here right next to Texas A&M. They do not want to look at it yet. Yes, they do. Mizono's just going to hold the bush. Bottom side, or towards mid, I should say. That's a Impaler Camp taken away by UC Berkeley. They're going to try to finish off this mid lane. Cersei's holding the bush. Mizono walking in. Impale hitting. Kael'thas follow-up damage. And that's going to be it. UC Berkeley not wanting to take a fight yet again. Scared of some of these and know that Heroics could be available for Texas A&M. They don't want to play too aggressive. They have their bunker, though. They don't have Hyperion. Cocoon's online. The only thing not online actually is that Hyperion. So we'll see if Texas A&M has knowledge of it and wants to take a fight here right next to their fort. Mr. Fahrenheit Jet Propulsion gets away. But here comes the slow. Here comes the root. Bunker down. They can wait out this bunker and play the Purification Salvo, but they have to back up this Hyperion. There's the Lornado. Splitting members away. Breaking out the Cocoon. Here comes the Purification Salvo. Hitting a few Consume Souls as well. They get a kill. That's one. Texas A&M looking for two. Ancestral Heal heals up one, but Cersei's very low. He will fall. A double kill for Texas A&M, and now they can start pushing on some structures. And just like in game number 1, you saw them start to heat up late game. Texas A&M starting to smell victory here in map number 3, and they're doing it without a keep. Mid keep on a thread. They're going to start pushing top with this Bruiser Camp and try to make it all the way to the keep. They still have 40 seconds until a Nubrak's back. Should be plenty of time. We're 27, almost 28 minutes into Infernal Shrines, and finally, it's Texas A&M coming alive. Will they be able to finish the job here? Now 25 seconds until a new brack spawns. Catapults are here working on this shaman. They're gonna kill the catapult, and here we go. Onto this keep, blazes down bottom. It's Mephisto getting a lot of that lightning nova damage onto this wall. One of the turrets down, second one being worked on. Yrel responding to blaze down the bottom. Mizono wisely getting back. And now Texas A&M, they don't want to bite off more than they can chew. They're going to go ahead and back up, wait for this final Punisher of the game. Whichever team wins it is bound to be your victor here in this set. Absolutely bonkers finish is shaping up here. Yrel doing a good job protecting that bottom keep as these players are hearthing back, making sure they're on full health, full mana, because this is the game. And look at this bush party being set up right now by UC Berkeley. We'll see if anyone takes the bait. Sparky gonna walk right around this direction, does see them, knows where they are, pings danger as well. Hello on the backside. He's gonna be scouted out by Mephisto, or by Anubrak, but a quick kill. Kael'thas down early. Didn't even get to play the Phoenix, and Texas A&M could be playing for the game here. Yrel trying to chase it down, but not quite able to. They're gonna be able to get this Punisher without Kael'thas. That is the shrine clear for UC Berkeley, and now Texas A&M looking really good. Their win percent in this game just went up through the roof. As this is going to be uncontested, but it's going to be a core rush. Look at this, UC Berkeley knowing the situation, gonna get this keep. Hearths are coming out. Sparky's here. Hello's here. Space Bacon is back as well. They're gonna go ahead and just take the keep and start leaving, but Cersei has the burrow charge, does get out. But up top, it's still just Yrel. Mizono by himself. See if these rotations can make it here, but Texas A&M is going to have to help Mizono. Kael'thas up in 10 seconds, and they need to make sure this Punisher is secured before that happens. Here comes a little mini skirmish here. Emerald thrown out on Raynor. There's that big giant. No, the Blessed Shield follow-up wasn't there. I thought they had it, not quite, but went for it, and you'll love to see that. It's going to be the Punisher, finally going to be forfeited up by UC Berkeley, and the first Punisher of the game comes at 30 minutes and 25 seconds in for Texas A&M, pushing on to a keep without a keep wall. This could be the game. No one from UC Berkeley making a rush at the enemy core, so they're going for the defense. Catapults mounting at mid, but not here in the top lane because this is the lane they're pushing. And here we go, Cersei in trouble. No Blessed Shield for 18 seconds. They hate not having that, so just going to go through, try to get this keep down as quickly as possible. Hyperion has been used, has been expired, and Texas A&M's Punisher still sitting at 66% health with the keep. The keep is down. They can make their way onto this core. Punisher being baited towards mid, finding damage. There's the Blessed Shield. There's the Purification Salvo. There's a kill on Raynor. Looking for more, but the Consumed Souls, he's inside that cocoon. They got to get him out. Here's Hello. He's back out. He has Consumed Souls. And do they get the kill? Yes! 1, 2, 3, 4! It's gonna be a quad kill for Texas A&M, and already leaving the game, throwing out some BM is Jadis. It's gonna be the set in favor of Texas A&M. The Maroon 5 pull off the unbelievable, the unpredictable, the big win over the Golden Mishas. Holy smokes. If you're a fan of Texas A&M, that was a game for the books. Holy golly moly, that was insane. What a comeback. Didn't win a Punisher until the very end of the game. They finally started getting the comp working, and oh baby, did it ever. Mr. Fahrenheit was not able to save his team from the Purification Salvo Consume Souls combo. The bunker just wasn't there half the time, and the kills started coming out left, right, and center for Texas A&M. What a set. The Golden Mishas dropped their first set of this collegiate series, and Texas A&M getting that win should actually be able to keep them in position for the number 3 spot, because in this Swiss system, the rating that the Golden Mishas had was way ahead anyone else. And the Maroon 5 able to get the job done here this afternoon. What a set. What a finish. Outstanding. I'm really hoping we get an interview with some of these guys. We'll see who's available. Yes, Def. I want an interview. I'm gonna head on over to a lobby and see who I can get in here. Space Bacon joining us from Texas A&M, the Maroon 5. What a win. We also have Mizono joining us. How you guys doing today?
Oh man, we're doing pretty great after that.
So spoiler alert, my voice is actually gone. A 30-minute game on Infernal Shrines will do it for you with that much hype. But we had a lot of games today. Let's rewind first. Let's start off with our first set today. Up against a team you struggled against last week, Cal Poly. Looked like you changed up the strategy today. You banned out the Zeratul. I was loving to see that. But it still didn't end up netting any wins. What does this team have on you just can't deal with?
Well, honestly, like, this is gonna be the story for all of our games, that that team had, like, playing decently and, like, not throwing over us, and also just execution of what they wanted to do. Like, they had their number and we didn't have our number is more of it than anything else. Just that we weren't executing what we were drafting for, and they were executing what they were drafting for. So it's really nothing special about either team in regards to each other. It's really both teams in regards to themselves.
Yeah, a lot of it was me and Sparky on the front line just weren't communicating well with the back line and doing what needed to be done against that first team. And it was just kind of me and Sparky not really understanding the comp that we were running well enough, it felt like, to really execute what we needed to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like you guys had more of a game plan this week for them, and I saw the bits and pieces start to work, but it never ended up coming through. You got on your comfortable maps, Cursed Hollow, Battlefield of Eternity, even Set 2, we were on maps you guys like playing. And in fact, you guys picked all 5 maps we got to play on this evening. Is this part of your strategy, or is it just like you just want to play the comfort maps, or are you giving up too much with some of these first picks? Because we've seen a lot of powerful heroes coming out, like having to deal with the Diablo a few times tonight. The Mephisto, which was just devastating. We didn't see that coming games 1 and 2 today in that second set, but a hero that you guys like maybe weren't aware they were wanting to play, and pulling it out without your first pick, it makes it a lot harder to draft.
Yeah, the draft was definitely really bad, and it is kind of a handicap on us where we feel like we really like taking the map, but that's because we feel very uncomfortable and we play very poorly on maps that we're not prepared for. So like Braxis, that we hardly ever play, or even Dragonshire, those maps we're not as comfortable on, and we feel like playing up against power picks is going to be less of a problem than playing on a map where we're all just kind of lost.
Gotcha. Fair enough. So first set, we did drop 0-2 to Cal Poly, but second set, and this is really my headline, like throw this in a Texas A&M newspaper for tomorrow. What a set against the Golden Miches from UC Berkeley.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
I mean, I'm at a loss for words too. Game number 1, Volskaya Foundry, was really the Miches all day. Like, they had you guys from start to finish at a 3-level lead. There was a point in the game I was even commentating, like, there's not even a point in Berkeley looking for a fight at all. Even if they get kills, they're going to get like negative XP for it. Just too much to give up and not a lot to gain. And they were just able to, just stomp down whatever lane they wanted. So that map ended, and I'm like, this is a really good Golden Miches team. Game 2 rolls around, and we see almost exactly the same thing for the first half of the game. And then it starts all turning around. They got 8 tributes in a row, and after that, it was all the Maroon 5. What happened to swing it around at that point?
Well, it was...
We scaled well.
Yeah, we scaled well, and then also we... the longer the game goes on, the more we're able to sort of get a feel for our strat, and our strat there is basically just like blow up the front line. And a lot of early on, we would start to blow one person up, and then they would get out, and instead of sitting there and continuing to just shoot whatever was directly in front of us, we would try to chase a kill. And once we were like ironing out the kinks of our strategy in game, which is never ideal, but we were able to adapt. And then also, I mean, like, if you get if you get 8 tributes in a row, like, you just assume you're gonna get the 9th one, and that's where we get you. That's where we get
All right, so Kurosawa, big boss at the end, huge fight, and it really was Sparky, huge play. The wrecking ball on top of that scroll was ceiling that you threw out, Space Bacon. I don't know if you saw it in the moment, but that was like maybe play of the day from Garrosh in that moment.
Yeah, someone clipped it and put it in the chat, and I already put it in highlights here in NGS. Because that was beautiful, and that was a lot. Garrosh being able to control people where they were going to be, and then
Y'all did
Deckard
that
being able to
4v5,
control
right?
them.
That
I don't.
4v5 because I wasn't there. I don't think I was there yet.
I think
they were down
one hero
people
was,
as well.
Yeah, they were down one.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it was like a 4v4.
Yeah.
But that was by far the most exciting play of the day. But I do want to mention here in game number 3, everything on the line at this point, Infernal Shrines. You guys, once again, you're losing every objective. It seems like you're about to lose all your keeps. They end up actually taking 2 of them. But you didn't give up. And you had this composition that I talked about earlier, I think in the last set against Cal Poly, of how Mephisto and Phoenix can synergize so well together. And you guys pulled it out here almost to perfection. Just had to deal with the cocoon in a bunker, but it seemed like this is the new hot.
It definitely is. Like, this is a very, very good strategy. And it went with our whole just like dish out as much damage as possible while remaining safe. And Phoenix and Mephisto can both do that really well. And then the ults combo together that after you've dished out enough damage, like you have 2 finisher moves you can just lay on top of each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were just trying to keep Blaze as separated from their team as possible and try and bait out the bunkers. If we couldn't get it, try and bait them out before big fights and things like that. So that our ults from Phoenix and Mephisto would get the value we needed them to get.
You know, I say it too much probably, but Mizono, you got the best bunkers in the game. Mr. Fahrenheit struggled just a little bit, and I think a lot of it had to do with Space Bacon. Your Lornado placement often was isolating the rest of their team from hopping inside that bunker, and often, more so than not, was ending up swinging some of those fights late game. So I love to see it. Again, I don't have so many words to congratulate you guys because that was one of the most unbelievable comebacks, not only in Game 2, but then what happened in Game 3 as well to take out this #1 seed Golden Misha's fantastic job. And I want to, once again, say congratulations to both of you.
Yeah, thanks.
Man. Thank you.
So you guys know the drill. Before I let you go, shout-outs. The floor is yours.
You go first, Sparky.
Yeah, I'll go first. I want to shout out my teammates here. Like, this was a rough day, and tempers were definitely getting a little bit frayed throughout the course of it. But we powered through that, and we still like executed what we wanted to. We made a change, and everyone followed that, got on board with it, and really it was the fact that we were still believing that can win. They got us through. So yeah, our team, I'd like to shout out the rest of my teammates, like just really, really pulling a great day off.
Yeah, I wanna shout out actually Space Bacon and Hello, because both of them were the ones talking and keeping us level-headed. After our first set against the first team, Brayden kind of talked, or Space Bacon kind of talked to us and told us like what he thought we should do and how we should change and adapt. And then there was one game where we were losing and we weren't really talking, and then Hello just kind of got onto us like, guys, we're losing, but we still have to talk. And I think those conversations during the games were really what turned us around as a team and gave us the opportunity to come back the way we did. So, and then of course our esports org.
I am proud to be getting to represent you guys here. Fantastic, exciting, exhilarating finish, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hop in next week. I will be in California attending BlizzCon. Maybe we'll be able to get a satellite cast from me from my laptop out there, but we'll figure it out, guys. But congratulations and best of luck moving forward, as you should be sitting in third place still.
Yeah, I don't know where we're gonna sit. We've gone 2-0 and dropped a rank, and we've gone 1-1 and bumped up 3 ranks. So, not totally sure what will be rank wise, but we're going up in points this week.
There we go. All right, guys, and Twitch, that is all we have for this afternoon. Thank you for hanging out during this Texas A&M doubleheader. I saw them first drop 0-2 to Cal Poly and then picking up the big 2-1 victory against the Golden Mishas. Congratulations to all our participants tonight, doing a great job. Until next time, I'm Murda. That was Mizono and Space Bacon for the interview.